Hello and welcome everybody to 1985. In 1985, Michigan declared Aretha Franklin's voice a natural resource. In 1985, Madonna's huge hit, I think it was #2 in the charts, something like a Virgin. I mean, it's just a fun year, 1985. And who won the majors? That started off with the Masters, Bernard Langer. This putter, first time I ever heard about it being used was 1985. Curtis Strange, I believe, used this. Ping Zing 2 putter. So this is a mid-80s release putter, and it is spectacular. You guys know, if you follow this channel, that I'm a huge fan of the original Ping Zing putter, one of my all-time favorites. I describe it as a scalpel among sledgehammers, okay? This also feels really, really good. I have a couple of shots I took with this putter last summer. Let's roll that footage, and then we'll come back to the studio. So identifying it's pretty easy because it says Ping Zing 2. There's this big alignment line on the swoopy cavity. Let's spin this around so we can see all the identifying features here. Karsten Manufacturing Company, corporation right there in the cavity, made in the USA, patented, you know, Ping registered, trademark, Zing 2 registered. So just a lovely design. You can see how the neck is shaped and connects to the shaft. Here's the heel profile, toe profile. Not a lot of branding on this. Like, the sole is just clean, unlike, you know, very different from today's putters. So beautiful, beautiful putter head right here. I love the alignment line and how that works. Rectangular, so you get these two parallel lines and this nice alignment line perpendicular to those. Absolutely stunning. So you can see that, the neck right there. Let's move through the stepless shaft. This one has all the numbers and things, Ping branded. We have the Ping paddle grip, which I think for a long time was one of the best putter grips out there. You know, now everybody's competing for their new styles of oversized putter grips, but still a great putter grip. And that's the Ping Zing 2. So we already had the outdoor session. Let's have a little indoor putt session. So I have both here. I have the original Ping Zing and the Ping Zing 2. When we look at them up close, you can see the number one thing that stands out to me is the finish on the Ping Zing 2 is much more refined. The materials seem more refined. The patina is just super consistent and beautiful. Look how this thing has aged. That's what I like to see. No glare. And the whiteout text, the alignment line is different. Absolutely. I mean, when you look at these side by side, they're absolutely stunners. You can see the blotchiness of the Ping Zing. So let's put this aside. It has a super stroke grip. So last week we talked about the Callaway Tuttle putters, and they're just spaceships, all right? And so this is like beyond spaceship. This is like a really, here, look at this. I have a hat. I'm gonna put a hat on here. This is my golf hat. Feeling lucky, punk. That was my Clint Eastwood impersonation. Clint Eastwood wouldn't wear something like that. What am I doing? All right, let's go. No, so if Clint Eastwood and the USS Enterprise had a baby, it would be this, all right? For me personally, this is in my opinion, deal with it. My channel, my rules. This is the best putter ever made in the history of the universe, all right? People, well, what about the answer? All right, maybe, you know, globally, the answer is more popular. Fine, that's fine. But to me, this is it. I described the Ping Zing as the scalpel among hammers. This is like the obsidian scalpel among, you know, hammers. This is so amazingly refined and beautiful. Just looking at this thing, oh, it just makes you feel, you know, that warm, fuzzy, you know, when you like cold ski day in the lot, you get a hot chocolate and you start down, and it's just like that warm, gooey, like whipped cream, just like, that's what this is. This is gooey whipped cream, warm, gooey, chocolatey whipped cream just melting into your gullet. Is that the right word? I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm too excited. Settle down. Have you seen these shoes? Look at these, my indoor golf loafers. All right, here we go. We're going to putt. Please go in because I talked you up so much. If the USS Enterprise and Clint Eastwood can't sink that putt. All right, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. No, I'm going to miss a couple. All right, so looking down at this, that top line really does create that perpendicular alignment that is just so crystal clear. And it really makes a difference compared to the Ping Zing. You know what? I'm going to have to put this in my bag. It's going to beat out the Ping Zing, the original Ping Zing. Because, oh my goodness, this is just too nice. Too nice to not put in my bag. So what this captures is amazing looks with this manganese bronze. It captures the softer feel than you get with steel putters. And so today they want to make steel putters because they're easy to manufacture, they're cheap, they last a long time. And then they put these inserts in them. This doesn't need the insert because it's the whole club, which has its pros and cons. It's going to have bag chatter damage and stuff. And I've seen these with lots of chatter damage. But I love Clint Eastwood and the Enterprise when they make putters together. You know what I mean? Nobody? All right, well, you're lost. Let me know your thoughts about and memories with the Ping Zing 2. And would you ever play this? Anything that's from the 80s, this is right up there at the top of the list. And I'm going to ask you, there's a pop quiz here. What was the popular, trendy putter company in the 80s that has since become almost disappeared? Let's say it that way. Has almost disappeared. Big in the 80s, now almost disappeared. It's funny how trends and brands are on the cyclical pattern where you're like, this brand is the best, and then like 20, 30 years later, it's like, well, a lot of people don't remember the brand. So I'm thinking of one, there are a couple, but I'm thinking of one in particular. It'll be next week's video. I'm not going to answer any comments. You can guess in the comments below. I'm not going to answer until next week. What was one of the most popular putters in the 80s, but is no longer popular at all? And they might still be around. And if they are, it's very low volume. So that said, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I also would like anybody who's interested in supporting this channel to visit my Amazon shop. If you open that description in the comments below, you'll see a link to my Amazon shop. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. I am the Vintage Golfer.